Hello, YouTubers, friends, compatriots, bootlickers, shells, dust, lasers, peasants, vassals, minions, meat sacks, Iraqis. I'm usually welcome. And let's go to Iraq now. And so here we are back in the Middle East. Isn't it nice to hear some videos that don't have anything to do with Donald Trump, at least for now? But let's go to Iraq and talk about this assault on Mosul. And I did a video before that the Iraqi assault on Mosul that's held by ISIS for the last couple of years. It started on October 17th. And I did a video on November 17th that the Mosul offensive had completely bogged down. And here we are past December 17th and moving on to January 17th. So we're talking 2 or 3 months now. So let's see, November, December, October, November, December. Yeah, 3 months. So boy, I'll tell you what, the Mosul offensive doesn't seem to be going too well. When you look at the numbers, it gets even worse. And this is kind of baffling in a way too, because I've seen some reports out there that talk about the fact that they're supposedly making significant progress in the assault on Mosul. And I guess if you look at the map and look at the sprawling nature of the landscape and the city itself and the surrounding area and the villages, you can see why it's a daunting task and why it'll take some time. But considering the forces amassed against ISIS in Mosul and the fact that there's theoretically is not that many fighters in Mosul, the fact that it's taken 3 months so far and that it's going to take a lot longer is kind of disturbing. And in November, 2,000 Iraqi forces were killed and 40% of East Mosul taken. And I've seen one article that said that 70% of East Mosul has been taken, but this one talks about 40%. So they have 60% of East Mosul to go, and then of course all of West Mosul. But 2,000 Iraqi forces killed just in November during this assault, and I've heard speculation of everything from 2,000 to maybe 8,000 ISIS fighters in Mosul. So they're inflicting extremely heavy casualties on the Iraqis, and some battalions of the Iraqi elite. This is where it really gets disturbing. Some battalions of the Iraqi elite, 10,000 strong Golden Division, which is Iraqi's pride right now, is reporting 50% losses. So a lot of these numbers are malleable. If they say 2,000 Iraqi forces were killed in November, and that's the official number, it could be 10 times that. Who knows? But we do know that the coalition assembled includes 100,000 fighters, Iraqi Golden Division, the Kurdish forces, Shia militia, all and plus special forces from all these Western countries, including the United States, has several thousand troops involved. And supposedly the tide of the battle is now changing because of American stepped-up involvement. But like I say, you got 100,000 coalition of Iraqis and Kurds against supposedly somewhere between 2,000 and 8,000 ISIS fighters. Granted, they're embedded in a city in urban fighting, and it's good in their very desperate measures. These tunnels that they have, and snipers and suicide bombers and everything else. And then all the more complicated because we got 1 million civilians that are still in the middle of Mosul. So there's going to be a lot more to come in this battle, this epic battle. But unfortunately, the Iraqis are talking about the fact that this assault could take several more months. So we're talking about up to 6 months of the prediction now total. Maybe 7 months to take back this large Iraqi city that's been held for 2 years. But I did a video talking about the fact that the United States spent 10 years training the Iraqi army and then started training them again when ISIS came into being, and then arming them and putting advisors in there and air support and everything else. And yet we still find the Iraqi army hardly effective against much smaller forces. So as I said in the video, after 10 years of American military tit, the Iraqi army still sucks, and I'm afraid that I still have to stand by that because of the fact that this isn't a done deal. And I don't want to be an armchair general and sidestep the complications of this offensive, but it does say a lot that it's taking this long. It certainly didn't take ISIS very long. They used a couple thousand fighters to rout an Iraqi army of 40,000 who left all their equipment in the field and got the fuck out of Dodge. So anyway, So there we have it, the Iraqi assault on ISIS in Mosul, bogged down still. I'm a useful idiot, don't you be one too.